Now, of course, I've been seeing a whole lot of content talking about the 2026 True Blue threes, and there are a lot of people that's pretty much saying, look, I do not need to cop these if I already have these. And if you look at them, oh my goodness, they do look similar. There are a lot of similarities. Well, let me tell you what this video is about. This video is going to show you the 13 differences between the True Blue 3s 2026 and the 2023 Wizards. Now, shout out to everybody who's been exercising some patience, because I'm gonna tell you right now, patience always pays off. Patience pays off. You will be able to get these bad boys for well below retail. They're sitting everywhere. The prices are gonna come down, and of course, even when they sell, they'll do restocks. So you don't have nothing to worry about. So let's jump right into it. Number one, first difference I'm gonna talk about. Number one is gonna be the Jumpman on the tongue. Not only do we have a different color Jumpman that is on the tongue between the True Blue and the Wizards, but the Jumpman on the True Blue is a little bit bigger. It's a bigger Jumpman that's on there. So that's the first difference. Second difference, number two, is gonna be the eyelets. Now, on the True Blues, just like how we have a red Jumpman, we have the red eyelets. On the Wizards, we have that gold Jumpman, and then we have like that gold eyelets that kind of matches that right there. Number three is going to be behind the tongue. Behind the tongue, we have red on the True Blues, and we have that matching blue, kind of like that True Blue behind the tongue. Number four is going to be you tapping that like button. Sub up, show you guys some love. But number four is actually going to be the Hill tab. Now, when we take a look at the back here, we know that we have the Jumpman Air on the Wizards, and on the True Blues, we have the Nike Air. I'm gonna be honest with you, Nike Air is kind of gonna win that battle, unless there's like an OG that, you know, has the original Jumpman on it and they were to do. Anyway, Nike Air is always gonna win that. By the way, the Wizards happens to be PE, which stands for a player exclusive. Now, keeping in mind, between these two shoes, Michael Jordan had wore the True Blues in the All-Star game, but when he was a Wizard, when he was a Washington Wizard, when he came back from retirement, he actually wore these in the game, these Wizards. These Wizards were worn in an actual game. Now, most people are going to say, well, it's still not an OG because if he didn't wear them when he was a Bull, it don't matter. That's what people are going to say. Whatever. That'll be another conversation. Number five, the fifth difference between the two, let's talk about the leather quality. Now, the leather quality on the True Blues is actually really nice. I said this in the video. I was kind of poking around, you know, in that toe box there, and you can feel that leather. But take a look at the leather quality on the Wizards. We have like a really nice tumbled leather. Now, the leather quality on the Wizards, I'd probably even say feels better. Like, not necessarily softer, right? Because this is like buttery, but the leather quality here actually probably feels a little bit tougher, you know, but heavily tumbled versus a lighter tumbling, if that makes sense. Leather quality on the Wizards is actually pretty dope. Let's move on to number six. Number six is going to be the outsole. Now, y'all know whenever we have Jordan on the bottom, we're going to get that Jumpman on the back. And when we have Nike on the bottom, we're going to get that Nike Air. But if you take a look at the pods match the Jordan and the Nike, which match the eyelets, which match the tongue, which also match behind the tongue. So that's number six. Number seven, gonna be the ankle collar. Now, with the ankle collar with the Wizards, it's gonna be more like a nylon type of ankle collar. Feels really smooth, you know, that nylon versus like that fabric. And the color is just a little bit different, but that is also another difference. Number eight, let's take a look at the insole. The insole to the True Blue 3 is going to be red with that Nike Air. And the insole that we have with the Wizards is going to be blue with that Jumpman on the inside. Number nine, now I'm going to go back to the color. You'll see I put on like a True Blue shirt. Now, I don't have any other versions of the True Blue 3s. However, I'll show you what I do have. I happen to have the Air Jordan 1 True Blue. Right there. Now, there's been complaints about the color. Comment down below. Let me know what you'll think about the color. Because people have been saying that the color had been off but it looks pretty. I'm not gonna lie. Now, the color between the Wizards and the True Blue, there is a little difference there. Kind of difficult to pick up on camera, but in person, I have lights on, but in person, I can tell a slight difference. But when I hold the True Blue Air Jordan 1, when I hold that together, it looks pretty similar. It actually does look pretty similar. Comment down below. Let me know if the color bothers you. All right, cool. All right, moving on to number 10. Number 10 is going to be the box, right? Now, with the Jordan 3 Wizards, with this PE, I liked the way Nike and Jordan Brand started giving us certain boxes with these threes because the box actually match the color of the silhouette. Once again, it makes it extremely identifiable for you to find out what shoes inside the box. We know with the True Blue 3s, we went ahead and got another face box. The face box is dope, but once you get so many face boxes, and then now you don't know what shoes inside of it because you got a bunch of face boxes. It's easy to know what is inside this box just by looking at the box, and they've done this with multiple pairs. See the elephant print there versus the face box. That's dope. Number 11 is going to be a simple one, just kind of like an add-on, but it is a difference. Number 11 is going to be the hang tag. We have a Nike Air hang tag with the True Blue 3s, and there was no hang tag that came on the Wizards. Number 12, this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one right here. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Number 12 is going to be the price. The Wizards released back in 2023 for $210. And these bad boys, as nice as they are, they sat. The previous version of these that we had, this has been retro quite a few times. The last time these sat, right? Now, I would submit to you, as nice as these shoes are, OG colorway, whole 9 yards, whatever, there's no complaints there. Love the shoe, right? I love the shoe. I love the silhouette. I tell you right now, $230 for this shoe. I'm glad the people have spoken. Let them sit. You will be able to cop this silhouette for a way cheaper price. Look, I ain't mad at y'all. I am not mad at y'all, and you will. These might end up on clearance and sitting in outlets, and you'll be able to go a lot of places and be able to cop this for below retail. So shout out to you for having patience. Shout out to you for that. I am not mad at you. We're talking $210 versus $230. These sat. Nike Jordan Brand, I dare you. Go ahead and retro it again, and let's take a guess on what's going to happen. And final, but not least, last and not least, should I say it that way, is actually going to be the shape. If you take a look at the shape between the two, we have that elephant print that actually comes up, and one might even say that the elephant print can be a difference as well. Maybe it's 14 as a little add-on, right? But if you just take a look at the toe box there, the toe box on the Wizard 3s, you can see that we have a different shape than the True Blue. Comment down below. Let me know if these differences can either sway you one way or the other. Man, the resale price on these Wizard 3s are actually, like, depending on the size, some of it is right at retail and even below retail. So this isn't a bad shoe by any means to cop. Both of these joints is pretty dope. Let me know, which one is your favorite? Which one do you prefer? The True Blue 3 or the Wizard 3? It's always love in this end. Thanks for tapping in. You know it's much love. And I will catch y'all on the next one. We out.